Welcome again to our YouTube channel. Our God is sufficient for all. Our God is sufficient for all. St. John Paul II, at one time he taught and said that humanity's destiny is in the heart and mind of God. That humanity's destiny is in the heart and mind of God. He is the one who directs the course of history. He is the one who directs all course of history. Our God, the Creator. And we happen to live, to be alive, to exist in history. We exist in that history that is directed by God. We live and exist and work in history that God directs, God our Creator. He is the same God who has put in our hands the task of beginning that destiny for humanity here on earth. He has given us that responsibility, that task. He has put it in our hands that we should begin that destiny here on earth, though it is in his mind and in his heart. But by coming to the world of his Son, who introduced the kingdom of heaven when he said, "Behold, the kingdom of heaven is at hand," he announced it, making us aware that humanity's destiny is the kingdom of heaven. But we are immersed here in the world. We live in the world. We live in history. And he gives us that chance to begin that destiny of heaven here on earth. Of course, that kingdom of heaven, that destiny will be fulfilled at the end of time. Then what are we supposed to do when we have been given that responsibility of beginning that kingdom of heaven here on earth, of beginning that destiny of heaven here on earth? Because we live side by side with our peers, with other people, and everybody else in this world, those who believe and those who do not believe, we are called in that task of beginning the destiny of humanity here on earth to share in the worries of other people, in their hopes, in their joys, in their struggles, because we are immersed in this world. And because we are immersed in this world and we live in that history that God directs towards eternity, towards the kingdom of heaven, towards our destiny that was announced by the coming of his Son, we cannot escape to another dimension. We cannot escape into another dimension, ignoring the tragedies of our history today. We cannot ignore the tragedies of our time. We cannot close our eyes. We cannot close our ears. We cannot close our hearts to the anguish in the world today. For we are immersed in this world as we prepare for our destiny. We cannot close our eyes and our hearts to the anguish that pervades our life day by day. He calls us in a special way to hasten to the needs of others, to hasten to wherever there is a brother or sister who needs help, to one who needs a tear to be wiped from the eyes, to a one who needs a hands up, to one who needs some kind of aid, some kind of help, to accompany those who are crying, to accompany those who are rejoicing, to accompany everybody like St. Paul, to become our brother's keeper. For those who are weeping, we weep with them. For those who are rejoicing, we rejoice with them, as Jesus did. For those who are weeping, he wept with them. Those who are rejoicing, he rejoiced with them. Those who are oppressed, he encouraged them and took their side. Those who are wrong, he corrected them. Those who did good, he encouraged them to do good. Not to close our eyes to the happenings of the world today. Not to close our hearts to the feelings of the people around us. Not to close our minds from understanding those who are going through struggles. Essentially, to be our brother's keeper. As one way of preparing and beginning that kingdom of heaven here on earth, that destiny here on earth, by being our brother's keeper, by being our sister's keeper. To dry the tears of those who are crying, to rejoice with those who are rejoicing, to become an answer to those who are looking for answers, to become the light of the world. Jesus prayed before he ascended into heaven, and he said, I do not pray that you take them out of the world, but sustain them in this world. They don't belong in this world, but they are in the world. We do not belong in the world as believers, but we live in the world. We are immersed in this world. That we should be given grace to strengthen us, strength to be the light of the world, to be the salt of the earth, to bring the good news of encouragement and hope by being our brother's keeper. How are you your brother's keeper? How are you your sister's keeper? How are you preparing for your destiny here on earth? By hastening to the need of your neighbor, by hastening to the need of your friend. We are called to share in our humanity's destiny here on earth as we prepare for its fulfillment at the end of the time. Let us bring hope into the world. Let us bring joy into the world. Let us bring peace in the world. Let us bring reconciliation in the world. Let us not be the first ones to fan the fire, but to cool the temperatures in the world today. Where there is confusion, we are called to bring understanding. Where there is hatred, to bring love and reconciliation. Where there is misunderstanding, we bring reason, not more confusion. Where there is pain, we bring hope and healing. Be your brother's keeper. Be your sister's keeper as you prepare for your destiny in the kingdom of heaven. Start that kingdom here on earth by being your brother's keeper. So, my brothers and sisters, in short, we go back to the words of St. John Paul II. Humanity's destiny is in the mind and heart of God the Creator, the one who directs all course of history. But he has given us that task to begin that destiny here on earth, that kingdom of heaven here on earth. Why? Because we are immersed in this world. We live in history in this world. We live in that history that God directs, and therefore that responsibility of being our brother's keeper is a way of building that kingdom, beginning it here on earth and completing it at the end of time in the kingdom of heaven. May we prepare for our destiny by being our brother's keeper. May God bless you and embrace you. We shall come back again with another video and continue growing in faith. God bless you and have a good afternoon.